Are you interested in learning how to make money in nano stocks? Follow Uptick Newswire in our new multi-part video series as we explore the most common mistakes made by investors. In this series, Everett Jolly will provide an outline and share details on how to avoid these pitfalls and produce winning results, displaying how to make money in nano stocks.
Hello everybody, my name is Everett Jolly. I am the founder of Uptick Newswire. And I've gotten a lot of calls over the years and saying, Everett, what is your model? How do you make money in the OTC markets? And I thought I might share a multiple series parts of what I look at and what my strategy is. So if I may share that with you, let's proceed on. The first thing, you need knowledge. When I say knowledge, you need to go look at SEC, FINRA, and then 30% of our business that we do here at Uptick Newswire is with the IROC. They're also comparable agency to the SEC. I make 80–90% of my money in the stock market on the OTC markets. That is based upon three groups, if you will: the pink sheets, the OTCQB, and the OTCQX. There's about 8,000 companies on the pink sheets. There's about 1,000 on the OTCQB and 1,000 on the OTQX. And we'll get into that later, but that's what I did. Earlier this year, I did a challenge of myself. I turned $5,000 into $35,000 in about three and a half months, 4 months. And so I want to take you through my strategy book. And maybe you'll get some pointers from this. Maybe it might be just fundamental to you. Second of all is risk management. In the series, we want to talk about risk management. Our country was built on mavericks. Should you have all your money in penny stocks? Absolutely not. But even if you're 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, you should have some maverick money. And we're going to talk about risk management and how to grow that. Game plan. Most people that enter into the stock market do not have a game plan. They don't know why they bought the stock. They don't know when to sell it, when to buy it. We're going to talk about game plan. Fourth, exit strategy. When do you exit? When do you hit the cash register? And usually, if you can make 20 or 30% and hit a whole bunch of singles, I say it's time to hit the cash register, move on. But don't take all your money off the table, because you might end up with a 5, 10, 15, 20 bagger. But I'm going to show you how to take a little bit of off the table and take that small risk, if you will, and make it even smaller. Evaluations is probably the most important things that I think I do very well than anybody out there on the street. And that's how to evaluate a stock that's undervalued. For example, I look at stocks that have 15, 20, 30 million in revenues, and their market cap is only at 3 or 4 million. I love those stocks. And you probably say to yourself, well, I bought those stocks before that the market caps were 3, 4, 5 million, had big revenues, and they never did go anywhere. They didn't do anything for me. And you're absolutely right. And that's one of the reasons why I built Uptick Newswire. If you get a chance, you can find some of our audios and our interviews on audio.boom. You can go to equities.com. You can actually go to our site, Uptick Newswire. I have personally interviewed over 500 CEOs on the OTC markets, and I've learned a lot through the years talking to them off the air. And I'm going to show you some of the evaluations that out of my own playbook that I think that will be a positive thing for you. And last but not least, stock analysis. How to take a stock, analyze it, and analyze it, if you will. Either you're a fundamentalist or a strategist. You're either looking at the fundamentals or you're looking at the technicians of it. And so I do a little bit of both. I look at the technical side of the stock chart. I also look at the fundamentals. And the fundamentals, if the company's in business for 5 or 6 years and they're not growing revenues, they're probably not going to go nowhere for one reason or another, and I'm going to look elsewhere. On technical wise, if I draw a trend line and then the stock breaks out on volume, that's probably a true breakout. A lot of people don't understand between a true breakout and a false breakout. And a false breakout is when the stock goes above the trend line, but volume does not accompany that. And that's pretty much a false breakout. I'm looking forward to talking to you about my series. Please stay tuned, and if you have any questions, please email me at Everett@upticknewswire.com, and I probably will read some of your questions on the air, and we can take it from there.
This program is entirely sponsored and produced by Uptick Newswire LLC, which is responsible for the content. The opinions and information provided on this program are for educational and research purposes only. Uptick Newswire encourages all listeners of this program to do their due diligence and research when determining investment strategies that will work for them, or to seek the assistance of an investment professional.